Hey everyone, it's Jay Jones here with the Sideshow. Today we're talking about broken news from the President-elect's office on his statement of closing the Department of Education as part of his Project 2025 agenda. We're going to play a clip from his statement in just a moment, but stick around as we break down what this could mean for schools, students, and the future of education in America.
Here are 10 key ideas that will power our movement for great schools. First, we will respect the right of parents to control the education of their children. Second, we will empower parents and local school board to hire and reward great principals and teachers, and also to fire the poor ones, the one whose performance is unsatisfactory. They will be fired. Like on The Apprentice, you're fired. Third, we will ensure our classrooms are focused not on political indoctrination, but on teaching the knowledge and skills needed to succeed: reading, writing, math, science, arithmetic, and other truly useful subjects. Fourth, we will teach students to love their country, not to hate their country like they're taught right now. Fifth, we will support bringing back prayer to our schools. Sixth, we will achieve schools that are safe, secure, and drug-free, with immediate expulsion for any student who harms a teacher or another student. Seventh, we will give all parents the right to choose another school for their children if they want. It's called school choice. Eighth, we will ensure students have access to project-based learning experiences inside the classroom to help train them for meaningful work outside the classroom. Ninth, we will strive to give all students access to internships and work experiences that can set them on a path to their first job. They're going to be very, very successful. I want them to be more successful than Trump. Let them go out and be more successful. I will be the happiest person in the world. But we want our children to have a great life and be successful. And 10th, we will ensure that all schools provide excellent jobs and career counseling so that high school and college students can get a head start on jobs and careers best suited to their God-given talents. This is how we will ensure a great education for every American child. And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states. Thank you very much.
All right, let's break this down. This announcement has sent shockwaves through the education community and raised some serious concerns. Trump's Project 2025 plan, which promises to dismantle the administrative state, basically any protections for people, sees the Department of Education as an unnecessary arm of government. They believe by eliminating it, they'll be giving power back to the states. But as we can see, and as we'll break down, this will create real harm and consequences for millions of students and families across the country. First, let's talk about inequality. The Department of Education exists in part to ensure that no matter where you live, your child has access to a certain baseline level quality in their education. Without this oversight, we're likely to see growing disparities between wealthy and underserved areas. Wealthier states will still have the resources to fund their schools and provide quality education, but lower income states, not so much. This move will create a patchwork of widely different education standards across the country, leaving many kids behind. I mean, really, with schools in Arkansas and Mississippi already being in the lower rankings of education, do you really expect governors like Sarah Huckabee Sanders and Tate Reeves to make education better in their states? No. They'll just find ways for them and their cronies to pocket that money somehow. One of the most troubling aspects of closing the Department of Education is the risk of underfunding programs that are aimed to help vulnerable students. Right now, federal funding through programs like Title I Support schools in low-income areas, and IDEA funding provides resources for students with disabilities. If this support is cut, schools in struggling communities might be left without funding they need to provide basic services. And students with disabilities may lose essential accommodations. Essentially, these students would become collateral damage in this new administration's effort to shrink the government. Also, let's talk about college access. Today's federal student loans and Pell Grants make it possible for millions of students from low-income backgrounds to attend college. I would not have been able to go to college without some of these programs. Millions of you out there could not have gone to college without some of these programs, but poof, gone. More and more student debt is what we're going to see. Oh, you think, oh, hey, it was a bad thing Joe Biden was helping some students with their student debt? Oh, wait now, it's just going to go up tenfold. The Department's Office of Civil Rights, also something pretty damn important, played a crucial role in enforcing anti-discrimination protections in our schools. It ensures that students aren't discriminated against based on race, gender, disability, sexual orientation. Closing the department could mean fewer protections for these marginalized groups and less oversight to address the discrimination, bullying, and harassment. Imagine how dangerous this could be in a state that doesn't prioritize these protections. Can you name a few states? Oh, I think I can. Also, without the Department of Education, we lose a national partner in tackling big issues affecting all children, like mental health, drug prevention, teacher training. Oh, what? You think the teachers are going to get the same training in Alabama that they get in California? Or is Alabama going to put out the same funding that California is going to put out? I don't think so. People are going to fall behind. So where does this leave us? With Trump's Project 2025 plan moving forward, American education as we know it will be changed forever. And it's necessary for all of us to do better. We could see an increase of inequality, reduced support for students in need, fewer protections against discrimination, and increased barriers to higher education. Here at the Sideshow, we're all about breaking down the facts and discussing what policies mean for real people, not just sound bites. So what do you guys think? What can citizens like yourself do to combat these changes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, give us a like, make sure and subscribe. We'll be doing many of these videos because, guys, buckle in. The next 4 years are going to be a shit show. So get ready, strap in, have a little fun with us along the way. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.